What's up, Fantasy Freaks? It's Rob, the NRL Fantasy Freak, back with my round 15 update. First off, my trades changed from the last video. I realized that I could do Hosking and Kautoga to Turbo and Teddy and keep Cleary in my team. I was going to be trading Kautoga next week anyway, and when I saw the experts had already traded him out, it made sense to trade him instead of Cleary. And it was perfect, leaving me 17k in the bank. As mentioned in my last video, I think Cleary could drop some cash, but if I can hold him through, that saves me two valuable trades. I also heard there is a chance Cleary backs up next week, which would be a massive in for my squad. So let's have a look at how the squad is looking after 2 games. So I'm 306 points with 6 players played. The average for the top 1k from Yafs is 317, so I'm 11 points behind that. I'm not expecting a great round considering all the hookers seem to be going off this week, and I just have ZDC. Brayley's 89 was a man possessed, running like crazy. Cook was 66 in 59 minutes with an awesome solo effort try, but I'm still glad I didn't pick him up, as the minutes are exactly what I expected. Even Randall managed to score a try and pump out 72 points. Jazz, on the other hand, came off the bench and was going solid at a point a minute, but he collected a hip and it was a Cat 1, so he didn't come back. He beat his break even, and Seagulls have the bye next week, so nothing to worry about there. I do think the Seagulls look better with him on the park, so I'm hoping he can go back to starting lock and Gerbo moved into the prop rotation. Couchman with 47 had another down game. Obviously PPM will be down when your team is getting pumped 30-18. And being on the edge, it's always harder to maintain that base. King Tongia had an awesome solo effort try as well, which helped him to 46 points. Definitely good enough to loop him into my team. So I moved Fogarty into the halves and JC to the back. With the news on Fletcher Sharp being out, I kept him in the starting team and put Turbo on the bench. If Turbo didn't score over 30, I would have moved Fletcher Hunt up to the starting side. Hunt's 3 games at fullback don't give me much confidence of a good score this week, with an average of 26, so I'm glad Turbo got 44. Definitely good enough to take. Turbo did not look to be running hard and aggressive, so he's obviously still trying to get his confidence in his body back. But the 255 meters gained is a positive, and he's still got the strength, getting 2 offloads to hand. He was a risky pickup, but being priced at 30, he seemed like a no-brainer. Having my team so close to full strength already as well meant I could take the risk. 146 other coaches in the top 1k picked him up this week, and he was the most popular trade-in, ahead of Tallis Duncan with 127 trade-ins and JC with 114. Drinkwater was next, who I've been wanting to get into my team, but it looks like it's going to happen. Really hoping the Dolphins slaughter the Cowboys and Katoa and Herbie go big. Couchman and Aitken next, who I already own. 82 coaches got rewarded for picking up Cook. 71 coaches following me getting Teddy this week. Donahue could prove valuable to fill the hooker spot. And finally Preston, who is an elite edge option. On the trade outside, Tamale getting sold by another 190 coaches with his long-term injury. Hosking, 168 coaches got rid of him, so they obviously agree he is the weakest link in their team. Haas being sold by 127 coaches to put his money to use. He was 78% owned, so that'd take him down to 65%, so he's still a hold in my eyes, especially since he lost cash last week. That means you're locking in those losses. He does miss 15, 18 and 20, so I can understand why people want to use his money elsewhere. But 2 of those rounds we only need to field 13, so if you can hold, I would. The 3 Eels and Smith, Kautoga and Yongi are out, which makes sense, missing 15 and 18 and not keepers. Cleary for the same reasons as Haas, missing 15, 16 and 18. And the 3 Raiders and Tapani, Horse and Fogarty, as they have 3 buys to come as well. Tapani and Fogarty are more worth keeping than Horse. But Tapani has not been going great, averaging 50 the last 3 and is priced at 55. And fogged with the injury and not goal kicking. If that stays that way for too long, then using his cash for a better option would not be a bad idea. I just think that with the bye this week and his infield kicking being strong last week, he's worth holding. If we get any other news, he could be the one to go next week instead of Cleary for Hughes. Going through the rest of my team, Garrick with the 2-try effort flew out of the blocks and was over 40 at half time. I didn't realise he was so highly owned at 80% of the top 1K. And Campbell purchases were rewarded with a 75 with 695 kick meters, looking great for his future base. And a nice try to boost his score. Looking forward to seeing my new purchase. What's happened here? Looking forward to seeing my new player in Teddy tonight. Knights could be in danger as we have seen the young Roosters tear up this year. We'll be interested to see how Naf White goes since I sold him. Expecting 50 minutes for 45 points. And ZDC for 40 and 40 would be nice. Also keen to see how Hunt goes at fullback. I was hoping for the extra base he would get at centre and tackles, but he was a cash out anyway, so I don't plan on trading him again. And as mentioned earlier, a blowout from my Dolphins boys would be great. Drinkwater for a 20 for the 42% of the top 1K that own would be icing on the cake. Well, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.